guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Did you have a good New Year's? Good. Even if you didn't, it's okay. It's in the past. We're not going to worry about it. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am giving you my top tips for traveling zero waste when we're not creating lots of packaging and garbage. If that sounds good to you, I will be showing you some of the things that are coming along with me for my travels as I'm traveling right when you're watching this video. So I thought that I would just give you some of my best tips and some of the things that are coming along with me as I'm traveling to reduce your waste. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned and let's get started with the video. So the first thing that I wanted to show you that is like a must-have, and I mean I have it in a kit, so I mean this is relatively obvious, might not be obvious to you, it was obvious to me, is going to be the stainless steel straws. So this allows us to, especially that I'm traveling with children, so for us to have just a little kit, and I do have like a little holder for it, which just makes it even more convenient. But what else is awesome about this is that it actually comes with like a little brush. Now, you want to have a little brush. Let's just be clear about that. So the little brush also just kind of plugs in, and then you have a full kit. So I'm taking this with me because it's excellent when it comes to just using it for smoothies or just, you know, making sure that your kids drink water if you are traveling with your children. So having something like this, and it's so small and compact in this way, like once it's in the holder, you're not going to lose it. So that's an absolute must. It's coming along. Life is good. Next up, I wanted to show you, I'm a huge fan of drinking tea, especially when I'm traveling. I usually find that like I need to have like either peppermint tea or like I don't necessarily want to stock up on a ton of coffee because you can only have so much coffee. And then if you're sensitive like me, then, you know, like it's a hot mess. So we really don't want to deal with that. So I am taking, this is kind of dirty, but whatever. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. We'll clean it. Basically, I promise that by the time I'm traveling, this will be clean. So this is just a little loose leaf tea holder. Or you can use this as a tool to entertain your children and pretend like it's an animal. But right now I'm going to be using this as just a loose leaf tea holder. So I have a bunch of different loose leaf tea that I'm going to be taking with me. It already comes pre-packaged. I don't have to have them in like the little bags and whatever. You just have this, throw it in your travel cup, which I'm going to be showing you next, and then you're good to go. So this is definitely a must. And I do have the other kind that's stainless steel as well, that just sort of sits on top of your cup. My only concern with that is that it's kind of bulky, to be honest. Like, it's great when I'm home, but when I'm traveling, I just kind of want something that takes up a size of a utensil, and then you're good to go. Next up, and then of course, like I have loose leaf tea. So this particular one that I bought, this is chai tea, but I mean, you know, like any bulk store, any like zero waste store, pretty much any, like now some of the grocery stores or like health food stores has started to sell loose leaf tea as well. So you can get like really good quality tea that actually tastes like the thing that you're purchasing without having to package them up. So I'm just going to package some of these up, and then we can enjoy chai tea wherever we go. That brings me to my next item. So I actually currently have coffee in this. This is my little keep cup, and I love this mainly because at the top you can kind of tell, so there is like a little closing stopper. But what I love about it is that it kind of snaps in, and then or it just splashes you in the face. And it kind of snaps in, so then that means that it's not going to be like loosey-goosey and, you know, spilling everywhere. We definitely don't want that. So I use this for coffee sometimes. I use this for tea. I have used this for smoothies. The opening, interestingly enough, is actually big enough for you to use it for smoothies, which makes it really convenient because, you know, especially if you buy some of these are like a little bit thinner. If you look at the diameter, these are like a little bit thinner than some of the other ones that you can get, so that it just goes through the hole and then you have your smoothie on the go. And next up, I wanted to show you, and again, like we can just pretty much pack this in with the rest of our clothes. This is my stainless steel little lunchbox container. This is great, especially again when you're traveling with kids. I'm not gonna blind you with this, but what's great about this is that it has two little smaller compartments and then two larger compartments, so you can add like some sandwiches or some snacks, like whatever you want. I usually fill these up with like tons of snacks so that we're not actually eating out as much. And it's kind of cool because if you wanted and you don't have like a holder for like your utensils or your cutlery, then you can just kind of use the next item that I'm going to be showing you. So the next item that I thought that I would show you that is super handy, and I mean, to say that my kids are excited about this is an understatement of the century. I bought a bunch of these on Amazon. These are some little sporks. So on one side it's a spoon and the other side it has a fork. So these are perfect for, you know, like you can use them like for desserts, for yogurt, like whatever you want to use them for. And then this side obviously it's a fork, but it's small enough, just for frame of reference. Like, look, thank you, thanks for coming out. So you just put it in on top of your salad or whatever, and then you're good to go. And literally, like, you just throw this in your bag and then you don't have to worry about it. The other thing that I wanted to show you as well, besides just normal utensils, I mean, these are great because these are made out of bamboo, so super sustainable. But I also had these things lying around which I thought are super cute. And again, my kids are super into this, so if you wanted to have your children to be on like the zero waste movement with you, then honestly just buy like really cute utensils and they're going to love you for it. But I have, now this is initially, I'll just show you. This initially I bought this as it has like a little silicone handle, so this is for like when you're serving, I don't know, like it's like a cold platter, so you can use this like as a little fork to like eat olives or like smoked cured meat, or like if you have like a cheese platter or that sort of thing, then these are great. I actually just started using these to just pack it in my kids' bags when they go to school, and then you can just use this as a fork. It's small, it's cute, and they love it. So no issues with that. I didn't think that I would be into taking this with me, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. So like, you know, when you're traveling and you're not necessarily going to a hotel, but you're going to like an apartment type of thing or like an Airbnb, and you're not really sure if they're going to go to the store, you buy your own groceries and whatever. And then you're like, what is the first thing that you're probably going to be buying? Well, you're probably going to be buying like the milk and the coffee and, you know, the creamer, and then you're going to be buying the filters. So I bought these not long ago, like way before Christmas. And these are just 100% cotton cloth coffee filters. And we have been reusing these for like the longest time, and my husband always complained about it, but honestly I think he's going to be thanking me. So I figured I bought like a set of 10. You can just buy these on Etsy. If you're interested, I will just link them in the description so that you can check them out. But these are going to be super great because you only need like 4 or 5 for the full week, and then you're not buying like a full package of like filters that have been, you know, they're just not the greatest for you, and you're not creating more waste. And here you just dump the actual grinds into like a compostable bin, and then that's it. So I'm loving the fact that I bought this and that we can just literally just rinse the grinds out of it and then you reuse it because it just dries by the time the next morning comes. And that brings me to snacks. So again, I think I need to wash these, but whatever. I bought these actually for my kids for school. I have 2 different sizes of these little snack bags. And what's great about them is I'll just show you the inside. So they're made out of like these washable material. So it's really good for like loose snacks if you don't want to take the lunchbox with you. Or you can just use them for like sandwiches, or if you make some wraps or whatever. You throw them in here, and then it has like a little Velcro closing, and then that's it. So, and the funny thing about these guys is like, look, like it takes up like zeros, like it takes up such a minimal space for you to just have like your own stuff with you. I didn't bring it with me, but honestly, that kind of brings me to my next point, where we're going to be taking our own bags with us so that we're not buying plastic bags while we're there. And I mean, everybody should, personally. I also have these little paper towels. They're not paper towels. Oh my God. Again, if you have children, they will thank you for this. Like, my kids have been loving these. I bought maybe 10 or 12 in a set. They sold these as on paper towels, but honestly, we've been using them as napkins, as Kleenexes, like just to like blow the kids' noses. I love how I keep referring to my kids. We have been using them as napkins mainly. We haven't really been using them as paper towels or like to replace paper towels. Sometimes we do, just to kind of wipe up the water from the counter, and it's actually great for that because it's a thicker material that they use. It's pretty durable. In all fairness, technically I could make this, but I didn't have this fabric. Super soft fabric. So I want to bring a bunch of these with me because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a use for them somewhere. I'm pretty sure we will. Okay, so here's a couple of the different designs. As you can tell, they're super cute, especially some of them get really funky. Like this one has cats. I mean, who doesn't love cats? If you don't like cats, don't comment on this video. I don't want to talk to you. And I left the last one. Last but not least, this is like my favorite thing. I'm so happy. I was so happy when I bought this. So I thought I would show you because otherwise it would just look kind of weird that I'm traveling without this. Okay, actually, it's a good thing that it fell out so I can show you in comparison. It already had like a stainless steel straw in there. So look at the thickness between the two. Can you kind of see? Probably not. Cool, we're totally not zooming. Oh, here we go. Look at that go. Yeah, there you go. So I have a thicker one, so the thicker one will not go through my keep cup, and then I have like these thin little guys. But I like both for different reasons. So the last thing that I wanted to show you real quick is actually this little travel sleeve. So it has a couple of different sleeves. So there's one big pocket at the top, and then there's like these little individual sections where you can sort of put in your cutlery, or you can put in, I wonder if this fits in. Oh yeah, look at that go. It actually fits in perfectly. So then when you filled it up with all your cutlery and whatever you need, then it just kind of rolls up, and then you tie it up, and then that's it. And then you just take it with you. So you don't really need, like, as you can tell, like, you really don't need a ton of things to take with you when you're traveling. You know, it's more just about, you know, figuring out like what are the activities that you're going to be doing, and then when are you going to be eating. And then obviously, like, I didn't bring this with me because it should be at this point pretty obvious. Like, obviously, like, I have like a large traveling water bottle with us, so clearly like that's coming with us, because that holds like I think close to about a liter of water, something like that. So I mean, between that and like a keep cup, you can't go wrong. Like, those are like absolutely a must-have when it comes to traveling, or even if you're like not traveling, even if you're just looking for like ideas of, okay, how can I reduce my waste when I'm outside of my house. And these are some of the basics that I started with, because I'm not going to be actively thinking about reducing my waste when I'm inside my home. I'm going to be thinking about it when I'm outside my home, because that's when I'm consuming a lot more waste. That's just how it is for me. It's going to be a little bit different for all of you, but I hope that at least this sort of gave you a little bit of an overview of sort of like the how to do it. I will be creating another video that's going to be a beauty edition, because I'm going to be packing my bags because I'm away next week. So a lot of these videos that you're going to be seeing this week are actually pre-recorded, which is cool because I'm working ahead of time. See what I mean? We're on top of it. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're brand new here, well then welcome. I'm so glad that you came by. We talk about a little bit of everything in this channel. We talk about how to reduce your waste, so like how to have a zero waste lifestyle, as I'm still brand new to it, about some green beauty products that are usually like a little bit better for you, something like that. We talk about bullet journaling and some spiritual practices. So because I go into a few different topics throughout the week, I usually release a video every Tuesday, Thursday, and once on the weekend. So because we go into a few different topics, you may not know when I'm going to be releasing a video that you might be interested in. So what I have done to sort of help you out, I usually send out a recap email every single Sunday that shows some of the best takeaways from each of my videos. I also link up the videos as well, so if you wanted to check out the trailer or if you wanted to check out the full video, the links are usually included in that. And I also show you what's coming up for the following week, so you don't miss a beat. If you wanted to sign up for that, the link is in the description. Completely free and complimentary to help you out. And just keep seeking wellness, seekers. Thanks so much for joining me once again. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful day, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye.
I wish I brought more upstairs here with me. I will show you like a close-up of all of these, but oh yeah, I have you're so dumb. You have like the full jar in front of you, so I'll just show you a couple of the, you're like, oh, I didn't bring any with me. It's like, you're so dumb. Like, it's right in front of you. Like, look, there's like a full jar. Okay, January 2nd. Is it 2nd? No, I think it's the 3rd actually. Oh my gosh, whatever happened to you? Used to be normally 2018. So, and here we go. Things are falling out. Good going.